And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. We're at a pretty good point here in the world of adoption of crypto. I know these prices are just low. I think, it almost is kind of like they're dumping prices so somehow they can buy it. I don't know how all this works. I know that there's private liquidity pools, private places where they can buy these cryptos where it's not showing up. I'm sure that is a part we already know. Ripple sells cryptos at 1/5 the cost. Like we pay $3.50 for an XRP. A Ripple partner pays 40 cents or less. So we know all this stuff's happening. We know Jed McCaleb had dark pools where you go in and buy cryptos. It doesn't show up on order books or anything. So that's the only thing I can figure. We're going to go over today Europe. We're going to go over the 7 cryptos. One of them is one that most people have never even heard of. It's called Kima. I told you about it a while back. The European, let me give you the article here because something massive's ready to go down in Europe. And you might want to be part of it. Just say you might want to get in, buy low, so later you can sell high. There's the article right there. Let me read the title. European Central Bank advances their TIPS, TIPS, Target Instant Payment System. That's what it's called, Target Instant Payment. So Europe's going to advance a instant payment system? Oh, yeah. It's going to interlink payment cryptos. Oh, my God. You want to be a part of this. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about payments. I don't know about anything. What I do know is how to get really high 24/7. For the past 5.5 years I've made the show, I constantly 24/7 snort heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, LSD, you name it. I'm eating it, drinking it, injecting it, keystering it, whatever I have to. If I make a cold plunge video, don't listen to it. Nothing in there is worth anything. If you get calls from Crypto Hulk or texts, just forget it. It's worth nothing at all. It's all a scam. So there's your disclaimer. Now let's get into this. Now, this article is from the 21st, and now it's the 25th. European Central Bank advances their Target Instant Payment Settlement System and Fast Interlinking Initiative for Payments. In September, the council began evaluating whether TIPS could also be connected to the Swiss Interbank Clearing. It's called Clearing Instant Payment Platform. Now we're looking at payment systems interconnecting for different countries. This is what's going on, everybody. All the stuff's lining up. I want you to see what's going on. I don't care about a crypto price right now. What I care about is what is going on with crypto. How can I get in on stuff early? That's what I'm concerned about personally. I want to make sure, I missed out on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm not missing out on these. The European Central Bank Governing Council has agreed to move forward with efforts to connect. Oh, God, here we go. Europe is connecting, everybody. All the cryptos are connecting. Efforts to connect the Europeans' Target Instant Payment Settlement System to other real-time payment networks worldwide, including India's Unified Payment Infrastructure, UPI. So now we got all of Europe, India, which has 1 billion people. Oh, and we're not done there. There's other countries. This is all coming together. You remember all those project this, project that, and project whatever? Okay. Different areas had different projects. Now all those projects are hooking up together. This is what we're seeing here. This is what we've been waiting for. The decision supports the aim of improving cross-border payment processes for European businesses, individuals, particularly in the context of remittances. Following exploratory, so here we go. Back in October of last year, they were exploring, following exploratory work launched in October 2024, which studied the potential for interlinking tips, both with UPI and Nexus Global Payments. The council will now proceed with the realization phase for the TIPS UPI linkage. They're linking up Europe and India as we speak right now. They're going to have crypto payments. I will tell you what cryptos those are going to be. You have an opportunity to get in early. If you miss this, it's your own fault. This phase involves finalizing legal frameworks. Oh, two things we need to be rich. Damn, Crypto Hulk, this is really getting real, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Very good. There's two things we definitely need to have to be rich: global crypto regulations and global tokenization. Global crypto regulations is global legal frameworks, okay? This phase involves legal frameworks. Oh, God, that's half of what we need, Crypto Hulk. You have to get all these countries to have the same crypto laws, global crypto laws and regulations, global tokenization. You're rich. That's how this works. We're seeing here now regions and countries coming together with their cross-border payments. This is what this show has been about. My show has been about cross-border payments for like 5.5 years now. We're finally seeing it all coming together. We won't be rich tomorrow. These people will push the green button to start whenever that is. I don't know when that is. I know that I'm ready and you're ready. Simultaneously, the council will continue to explore the possibility of integrating TIPS with Nexus Global Payments while working on required legal agreements. Oh, man, it's coming. In September of this year, so about a month and a half ago, the European Council began evaluating whether TIPS could also be connected to the Swiss interbank clearing instant payment system. Oh, it's going to connect. Let me tell you something. Everything in this whole fucking world's going to connect. This is where this goes. We know what the end game is on my show. We just don't know the dates. But we're prepared. We know the cryptos before any other channel. These other channels have no fucking clue what's going on with these cryptos. I'm going to show you. European Central Bank noted that connecting TIPS with various rapid payment systems aligns with the Eurosystem's retail payment strategy and the G20's roadmap. Here we go. Now, what's the G20? The top 20 countries in the world. So they have a map on what they want to have happen. And guess what? They want to make cross-border payments quicker, cost-effective, and transparent. The approach also aims to strengthen the euro's global standing. The broader objective is to expand these connections to more international payment corridors in the future. Now, here's where India comes in. UPI, created by the National Payments Corporation of India. This is all Google and Ripple. I'm going to show you here once we're done with this article. So we're talking about India now getting involved. The UPI, Universal Payments of India here, the National Payments Corporation of India, overseen by the Reserve Bank of India, handles one of the world's largest volumes of instant payment transactions. Oh, wow, this is huge. India is also said to be among the 10 largest destinations for remittances from the Euro area. Nexus Global Payments is a multilateral system managed by Nexus Global Payments, designed to link fast payment services in several Asian markets. So we're dealing with the Euro payment system called the Target payments. The Indian, so you got all of Europe in this Target payment system they have, okay, tips. Then we're dealing with India with UPI. Now we're going to talk about all of Asia at the same time. See where all this is going now? Oh man, we're starting to include these hubs. So you got the Asian hub. That includes Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, India, Thailand. Oh my God. All those Asian countries, India is more, I guess they consider themselves Asian. You got all those Asian countries. Then they're going to hook up with Europe. Let's look at National Payments Corporation of India. What is all this? This is Ripple, everybody, and Ripple Partners. I want you to see this right here. Look at the title. Google-backed payment company Ripple. Oh, God. Look at that connection right there. That's what we're talking about, folks. Google-backed payment company Ripple is in talks with NPCI. What is that, Crypto Hulk? NPCI is National Payments Corporation of India. Oh, dang. This article starts off, Google-backed payment company Ripple is in talks with banks in India and the National Payments Corporation of India. They're going to facilitate account-to-account transfers globally. Now, if we look at the data on this, well, dang, Crypto Hulk, this article's 8 years old. Yeah, 8 years old. Well, shit. So you got Google and Ripple in India working with their banks on something called National. That's 8 years ago. Yeah, that's why we just read Europe's hooking up with India, because they've been waiting for 8 years. Now, let's go over the article through a deep dive through Grok. The article is dealing with the Target Instant Payment System. It's a real-time gross payment service for euro-denominated instant payments. It was launched in 2018. This is a 24/7, 365 days a year payment system. The focus is on interlinking tips with global fast payment networks to improve cross-border payment remittances. You got UPI involved in this. What is that? United Payment Interface of India. It's through the Reserve Bank of India. It doesn't get any higher than that. This is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the reserve banks of all these countries linking up on a crypto payment system. Not a big deal. The rest of the world has no idea what's going on right now. You are literally watching the world's banks and crypto systems hook up right in front, all while the prices of crypto are low, It distracts people, not you, because I'm showing you exactly what's going on here. I can't explain, hey, cheap prices, keep buying. But you got Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Thailand, India, all of Europe linking up together to send payments to each other. That's pretty massive. Let's now look at what cryptos are involved in this crypto hulk so I can buy them. Well, tips. The target system deals with digital euro preparation, distributed ledger technology settlement trials, engagement with fintech, blockchain firms, tokenization, interoperability. These are the cryptos involved with all that. Number one, Algorand. Algorand powers tips hashlink solution. Algorand's a crypto you seriously need to consider because it's going to run the world's payment system as we're seeing it here right now. The Bank of Italy started off being involved with Algorand for distributed ledger technology interoperability. It enables atomic swaps and delivery versus payment. It allows tokenization of assets. Right here, it says Algorand's been tested since 2022. So for the past 3 years, Europe and these countries have been running Algorand through testing. The Italians have had government bonds on Algorand already. So the government's been involved in this for 3 years. You have FIFA fan tokens, Planet Wit, Planet Watch, IoT data, EU blockchain sandbox participant. Who founded Algorand? Silvio Micali. He won a Turing Award, Turing, in the crypto or in the computer. In the computer world, I don't know anything about coding or anything, but I do know that the Turing Award is like the best. It's like the Super Bowl. Okay. So the guy that started Algorand won the Super Bowl in coding. He also is an advisor at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, one of the top 10 colleges in the world. The next crypto involved here is Quant. That's a crypto you need to consider. Caleb Brown carries Quant and Algorand. If you look below my channel, you'll see the Caleb Brown link. Quant is a European Central Bank digital partner. This Quant crypto is a partner with the European government, just saying. Overledger operating system is used in the Bank of England's trials for multi-chain CBDC bridges. Quant was selected for the European Central Bank Pioneers Partnership Program for conditional payments. Quant was involved with the Bank of International Settlements. Now, who's the Bank of International Settlements? The Bank for International Settlements basically sets policies for all the banks in the world. That's not a big deal, is it? Now, there is a bank. Oh, by the way, Ripple, the crypto XRP, is a partner of the BIS, which is the Bank of International Settlements. Right now, we're talking about Quant working with the government as a government partner, working with the BIS that controls all the banks in the world. There's a project called Rosalind. Toyota multi-chain patents. Oh yeah, Toyota's involved in this too. Isn't that something? Deutsche Bank tokenization. They're already tokenizing. Here's your evidence right here. They've already been tokenizing. Now, the next crypto is Kima. I went over Kima a couple weeks ago. You never hear about Kima anywhere except on Crypto Hulk Show. Kima is a what? European Central Bank partner. Oh my God. See, these are cryptos that we're talking about now that are hooked up with central banks and governments. There is no scam here. We went over Kima. You know what dumb people say? Oh, Crypto Hulk's talking about scammy cryptos. I'm like, wow, you're so fucking stupid. Your boyfriend's dick is so far up your ass, it's shutting off the blood circulation to your brain. Oh. Kima. How many got Kima? I got a couple G's worth of Kima, let me tell you. Whoo-wee, I got enough Kima. It's going to make me rich. European Central Bank partner. Yep. Pay for success bonds. Without oracles and smart contracts. Piloted event-triggered blockchain payments. Also, Kima's working with the Bank of Israel. Oh, damn. Kima Network is working with MasterCard. Oh, nice. They're working with MasterCard FinSec Lab, and they have something called Chain GPT. You have an ex-Visa guy named Amir Sarhangi. He works at Kima. He focuses on traditional FI, TradeFi, and DeFi bridges. Let me check the comment section here real quick. Kima. I bought my Kima on MetaMask. It's one of these cryptos where you just can't find it everywhere. That's what we do on Crypto Hulk. We find cryptos before everybody else does. That's what we do. Chris Guerra says, buy Kima on MetaMask. The fees are too high on Uniswap. Kima is built on Arbitrum 1. Oh, damn. It's 3 cents, according to Mr. OG, and the all-time high is $1.09. So this thing was 30 times X what it is now or higher. You got Knuckle Dragger. Appreciate you, Hulk, always grinding away on the deep dive. Let's go back to that said deep dive. So besides Kima, now we have Hedera Hashgraph. The crypto is HBAR. Let's look at it in regards to this European and Asian payment system that's involving crypto. I'm reading off to you the names of the actual cryptos that have built this payment network. There's no other cryptos listed here. These are the only ones. Hedera Hashgraph. It's called MTech, E-M-T-E-C-K. MTech uses HCS APIs for European Central Bank aligned CBDC tests. Atma.io for supply chain tokenization. So they've already tested tokenization. Everybody, I'm telling you what, I'm telling you what these little bastards probably have done. They've tokenized shit. It's hiding. In the last minute, they're going to put it on top of a ledger. That's what I'm telling you they're doing. Because everything here, they've tokenized stuff. I'm reading it right here. It's all done. I don't know if they're at 100% tokenization, but that's where this flip of the switch thing comes from, where next thing you know, you look at your cryptos and they're worth $100 a piece, each one, for one token or something. I mean, they're showing us here. They're done with the tokens. This shit's already done. They're just ready. They're ready to roll this out. So tokenization is done. They probably started this 3 years ago. Like, yeah, 2022. Shinham SCB. So Shinham Bank, this is all like Ripple partner, Japanese, Avery Dennison traceability, US DOD. Oh, Hedera is United States Department of Defense. Oh my God. Hedera crypto. Oh my God, you guys. Data security council members in Google, IBM, and Boeing. I'm talking about this Hedera is going to be such a freaking monster. Ripple is the name of the next company involved in all of this. European and Asian cross-border. They use the crypto, if you're new, XRP. Alleged early tips node involvement. XRP used in European payment corridor. Ripple Labs US dollar stablecoin ran tests for the European settlements. Under Ripple, you have SBI, remittances, Bank of Palau, CBDC, Hong Kong. I mean, there was Ripple Hong Kong 10 years ago. I already showed you guys. No other channel showed you that. Chris Larson is the founder, ongoing SEC litigation, but EU MiCA compliant. The next crypto involved in this is the XDC crypto. Has European China trade corridors. They've tokenized gold already on XDC network. It's via the Dubai DMCC. They have potential TIPS alignment for ML ETR-based settlements. It shows here the SBI R3 quarter remittance, Singapore IMDA Trade Trust, Stellar. If you have Stellar, which I do, not a lot, the Stellar Development Foundation, that's the XLM crypto. They're involved in the European payments, linking up to all these Asian countries. Stellar. Societe Generale is mixed in with Stellar. That's also a Ripple partner. Potential for TIPS remittance. IBM WorldWire is mixed up with Stellar with MoneyGram. Jed McCaleb is the founder, and he also founded Ripple. Now, we've got a few banks involved here. The Boris Stuttgart Digital. It's a European central bank distributed ledger technology trial for tokenized securities settlement. I'm telling you what, they've tokenized a lot of shit already. I can't wait for them to put it on the blockchain. It's going to cause your crypto to skyrocket, okay? It's going to be exciting. I'm showing you this right now before any of it has happened. They keep talking about tokenized with the D. That's past tense. That means it's already done. That means they're waiting for whatever reason they are to put that tokenization on top of this ledger, and that crypto skyrockets, okay? None of this 14 cents for an HBAR shit. No. 5, 10, 50 bucks, $100 for every one that you own. I'm showing you right here. This is from Grok. We're learning the cryptos that are being used. What have they done with these cryptos? What are the names of these cryptos? What banks are involved with this global payment system that's ready to launch? I don't know when they put all the tokenizing that they've done on the blockchain and the crypto prices skyrocket. I don't know when that day is. I'm just showing you with evidence they've already done it. So it's just a matter, however they have to make this thing pop, I don't know. I know it's happened because I'm reading it right here. I just don't know the date. I know that I'm ready. I'm ready and prepared for this thing to go. We still have to destroy the world's economy. That has to happen. The world's economy has to get destroyed, and this has to save us, okay? So that's how this works. You have another bank. It's called Intesa San Paolo. It's a fintech bank in Italy. Italy's largest bank is involved in this. It underwrote a $25 million digital bond on blockchain, settled through tips. You got NPCI involved. That's India. Direct tips integration. Handles 12 billion monthly transactions. Reserve Bank of India, it's backed by Google. That's a Ripple partner, we know. Amazon, Ripple partner, and Walmart. We know that the Bank of International Settlements is involved in this. That's basically the boss of all the banks in the entire world. What happened in November 2025 is the European Central, that's this month, the European Central Bank Governing Council approves a TIPS UPI. So TIPS is Europe, UPI is all the Asian countries, realization phase. The government in the European Central Bank approves this. This ties into the G20. The G20 are the top 20 countries in the world, and they have a goal that 75% are going to have instant cross-border payments by 2027. So that's about a year and a half from now. In October, Algorand, the crypto TIPS hash link advances to a pilot. So they just piloted Algorand in October of this year. In September of this year, about a month and a half ago, the European Central Bank trialed with 64 banks like BNP Paribas and Clearstream. They tested with 64 banks these TIPS. Back in May, the European Central Bank selected 70 partners to practice with, and it's going to run until May of 2026. Their goal looks to me like 2027, green light this project. Or at least by 2027 is green lighted. Maybe earlier in 26. You know how the time frames go. We can't really concentrate on the time frame. They change shit all the time. What we want to look at today is what banks are involved. What are they doing? What are they releasing? What cryptos are involved? So that is that deep dive right there. Let me check the comments section. Good. We got another time for another deep dive. Let me check the comments real quick. We're just about halfway done in this program. Daniel is here. Good morning, Crypto Hulk fans. Stellar. Shinhan Bank, Korea, is a partner of Ripple and Hedera. Next deep dive, we're going to India. And we got some really good. Here's the article right here. We'll get into the deep dive after that. India, the title is India's debt-backed ARC token. So now India, who for the whole time I've been in crypto has only said, oh, crypto's bad. Crypto's it's going to destroy the Indian economy and all this dumb shit they've been saying for all these fucking years. I knew they were liars. India's debt-backed. India has an ARC token. From a country that says crypto's bad, they now have their own crypto. See how all this works? I don't believe anything these fuckers say. I don't even care. You know what I just do? I find shit, I find evidence, and I go with it. I don't care what's on the news. I don't care what the price is. I don't care a fucking thing. I investigate news on my own. I'll take an article and I'll tear it apart and investigate every motherfucker in that article. Q1 2026. So India is going to release their crypto January, February, March of 2026. The ARC will operate within a two-tier framework, complementing the Reserve Bank of India's central bank digital currency. India has something called India's Asset Reserve Certificate stablecoin. It is set to launch in the first quarter of 2026. It's backed 1-to-1 by the Indian rupee. The ARC token aims to prevent liquidity outflow into dollar-backed stable coins, supporting India's domestic economy and public debt demand. The ARC will operate within a two-tier framework, complementing the RBI's, Reserve Bank of India's central bank digital currency. So what we got going on is this. India has this token, and it's going to keep, when you buy this token, from what I understand, it's going to prevent you from using that token to get dollars. So they're going to try to prevent liquidity outflow into dollar-backed stable coins. So this ARC token is going to, you're kind of like stuck. You can't get into any other money. You got to keep this token. India's Asset Reserve Certificate, a fully collateralized, stable digital asset developed by Ethereum, scaling and infrastructure development giant Polygon, and India-based fintech ANQ, could go live in the first quarter of 2026. So remember, you've got this European payment system called Target with India and the Malaysia, Singapore, and those countries over there. They're telling us in 2027 all that shit's going to get released. But yet right here, India, coming up in about a month or so, maybe, they're going to release their stable coin. Sources said that each ARC token will trade 1-to-1 with the Indian rupee and will be minted only when issuers acquire cash or cash equivalents. This setup ensures transparency, safety, and compliance, addressing shortcomings often seen in foreign-backed stablecoins or speculative tokens. Essentially, ARC is designed to stop liquidity outflow into dollar-backed stablecoins, keeping liquidity and innovation within India's domestic economy. Interesting. The proposed digital token will complement the Reserve Bank of India's CBDC. At the same time, the private sector operates the platform that fosters responsible innovation and payment solutions, programmable transactions, and remittance systems within a regulatory compliant environment. Is fully convertible. The stable digital token will do so by allowing payments for business transactions without requiring full convertibility. Importantly, only business accounts will be authorized to mint ARC tokens, ensuring compliance with the liberalized remittance scheme that the rules governing individual foreign exchange transactions. Here we go. Here's where these countries are going to fuck people over. The ARC token of India will use Uniswap version 4 protocol hooks to restrict token swaps. So that means once you get this thing, you can't convert it into something else. That's how they control you. The coins will only go to whitelisted addresses. So if your wallet is not registered or whatever, you can't receive this money. Oh, God. So you have to register with the government. Oh, shit. I'm just letting you know. It's all going to happen, everybody. Welcome to the slave system. I've been telling you this for 5.5 years. I've been telling you, you will all become slaves. And people are like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to even use that money. Dude, shut the fuck up. That's so fucking stupid. Everybody's going to end up a fucking slave from this shit. As rich as you are, look, at first you can run, but eventually you can't hide, all right? That's the whole point of crypto, is to usher in a whole system where you can control the whole world and make everybody a slave. That's how it's going to work. So in the beginning, some of us, like you and me, we're going to end up rich. But it won't take too long for these motherfuckers to try to steal our money, to put it to where, oh, that's an unregistered wallet. I'm sorry, you've got $10 million there, but you can't spend it because that comes from a non-registered wallet. Then you're like, oh, shit. So this is where what I'm probably going to do is, once I'm rich, is get into like assets of some kinds and use that for trade. Like I'm going to diversify, but in the beginning, we're going to be rich. It's going to be great, but then it's going to get not good because these people are going to get straight up full-blown democratic communist on us. It's going to start off looking all good, but it won't end up, okay? Now, let's get into the deep dive. Let me check some comments first here. K-Ray is saying Emirates is using crypto, and they're going to start it more in 2026, and their airlines. United Emirates is supposed to start it in 2026. Just read an article. Yeah, these are early Ripple partners. Where you're going to see all this take off is, that's why I showed you Ripple China, Ripple Russia, Ripple Israel, Ripple Hong Kong, Ripple Indonesia, Australia. These are all like very, very early. New Zealand, Korea, Ripple Singapore. These are all areas that's going to take off first, okay? Now, I can tell you this because I've already shown you the articles. That's from all my research. That's why I show you. That's why these dumb shit people like Crypto Hulk always shows shit from 2013. Yeah, because I'm showing you the early Ripple partners, dumbass. Like Ripple Russia, Ripple China. These are all, they've been doing this shit for 12 years. They're ready to go. I'm showing you what countries are going to Ripple Turkey. These are all countries that'll be taking off first, and you'll see this. And then we'll look back like, like, dang, Crypto Hulk knew all these countries which will be taken off first. And their money is going to take off in value as well. So if you get those countries' monies, then it'll take off first, and you can flip it and sell it off. Because eventually, all these countries' monies are going to be worth a lot. So the ones that are popping off now, well, they're going to be popping off. You could invest in their monies, and then they take off first, and you sell it, and then put it into the cheaper countries' monies, because theirs are going to take off again. So then you sell theirs, then you double dipped. That's how it'll go down. So if you're able to do foreign exchange, go for it. Now let's do a deep dive. Let's look. So that's with India. I got it. I didn't really have a deep dive on that one. We already know that India is going to link up with Europe. I do have an update on the Kima. Now with Kima Crypto, let's look at who's involved with Kima. This thing's massive. How much time do I got? Okay, enough to do a deep dive. We're gonna go over this Kima Crypto because this is massive. It started in 2021. Kima addresses interoperability. Kima is going to be used for interoperability. It has a circulating supply of, listen to this, only 58 million tokens out of a supply of 210 million with an M. Are you hearing this? This isn't in the billions. Kima right now only has 58 million tokens circulating around the world. This is why probably Caleb Brown or something won't touch something like this, is because there's a liquidity issue right now. There's only 58 million in the public, and there's only going to be 210 million at the most. This is low. That's very, very low. Okay. That's one of the reasons why I got a good chunk of change on this. This token powers network operations, including governance, staking, transaction fees. It's used to incentivize liquidity providers and participate in the ecosystem. Kima Network is headquartered in Singapore. Oh, you know Ripple Singapore? Just want to make sure that's clear. There's 3 people that helped formed this crypto. I'm going to cherry pick this. I don't have time to read this whole deep dive. Kima Network has 40 partners across fintech, blockchain, and crypto sectors. Facil Pay, F-A-C-I-L Pay. It sounds Spanish. Facil Pay or Easy Pay. Definity Markets, they're working with Phison.io, Monabit, Penmono, CycleX, and C Wallet. They're partners with Block Square, Fuse, Tashi, Core, Protocol, Warden, Synapse, Brevum, Kita, K-I-T-A, blockchain tools, not K-E-E-T-A, but K-I-T-A. They're working with RWA Inc. I've seen that all over the place. Real World Asset Inc. Stage, Unix, Gabby World, Plena, Pingo, D-Mail. Let's keep going down. Governments. Involvement is indirect in the government. They have a Bank of England, CBDC technology person named Keith Baer advises them. So basically, you got somebody who deals with CBDCs at the Bank of England helping this Kima network stay in track. Somebody from the European Securities and Markets. That's pretty good, giving them. This guy named Keith Baer, he's really deep into Bank of England and the European securities markets. That's a big deal. Accelerators. You got MasterCard's FinSec Innovation Lab working with Kima. You have a college involved with Kima, Oxford University. Oh, man. And a couple professors. You got somebody from the University of Pennsylvania. This is very good. When you start seeing either government, colleges, fintech, this, that, different areas coming together, European security, this is a very good sign. You got Miko Hensel is head of digital partnership at Murky Bowman, private bank in Switzerland focused on crypto. You got Dan Scheinman, previous held roles at JP Morgan, UBS, Standard Life Investments, Bank Leumi. Additionally, Wael Shama, vice president for various EU banks. Synapse protocol is mixed in with this. Let me find out. Synapse protocol is a market maker on Binance. That's a big deal. On the Binance Smart Chain, you have a company called Nerve Finance, which is Synapse protocol, is a market maker for Binance. They provide low slippage for stable coins. Synapse rebranded to focus on solving blockchain fragmentation problems. It supports 20 blockchains. Ethereum utilizes this company. So does Arbitrum, Optimum, Polygon, Avalanche, Binance, Blast, Base, Phantom, Solana. This is very, very connected. The Synapse protocol that's helping Kima, very big. There's a token called SYN, S-Y-N, a SYN token. So this Synapse protocol that's helping Kima has its own token as well. It's about 55 to 60 cents, according here. And it also has about 200 million tokens. There's not going to be any more than like 250 million tokens. That's it. The guy behind Synapse Protocol, Mark Bronstein, leading investments at Coinbase Ventures. Pretty good. Head of business, OpenSea University. He holds a economics degree from University of California, Berkeley. That's where all the Ripple people came from, this Berkeley thing. So yeah, Synapse helps a whole lot of blockchains. I read off some of their names already. I can't do it again. I got to keep moving on this. Kima, it says here, launched in late 2024. Kima Network aims to enable secure, efficient cross-ecosystem money transfers without relying on smart contracts. It's chain agnostic. Kima Network was founded in 2021 in Tel Aviv, Israel. Oh, where Ripple Israel probably started back in 2014. Just saying. That makes sense now. I'm sure it's got Ripple connections. It operates primarily on Arbitrum 1, which is an Ethereum layer 2 scaling, but supports over 10 blockchains, Ethereum, Cosmos, Solana, and others. Let's see here. I got my Kima on MetaMask, but they're showing PancakeSwap, Bitmart, Mexi, KuCoin, Uniswap. Settlement times 5 seconds across ecosystems. Eaton Katz, one of the developers for Kima, he developed one of the first Bitcoin cold wallet prototypes in 2014. He was a tech leader at Hewlett Packard. The other guys, these people have some pretty good experience, pretty connected in the crypto world. These people got like 20 years in crypto. All these people are now like 18 years old that started this project. The head person has 30 plus years in deep tech. The next person, 20 plus years in tech. The next one, their chief technology officer, 25 years in tech leadership. These are people with a lot of experience. The next one, 20 plus years in digital. Web3 since 2017. Whoa, heavy hitters. These people got the experience in this project. The next one, Dan Scheinman, 20 years in financial markets at top institutions like JP Morgan, UBS, Standard Life. Very connected. This other guy, Weil Shama, he came from MIT. He's got 10 years in Web3. Nice. Then it starts listing a group of advisors. The advisors, they got like 15 blockchain advisors. That's what I'm talking about. They have a team here, a very, very good team of all different levels. Australian New Zealand bank advisor, Chain GPT advisor. Deutsche Bank advisors. God. Head of operations at Starfish advisor. Executive vice president IBM as an advisor. His name is Keith Baer. Oh my God. Former CEO of Kraken is an advisor. Oh my God. This is fucking amazing. This Kima has the connections. Vice president of sales at KuCoin. Professor from University of Pennsylvania, a research professor, is their advisor in blockchain. They have a very, very solid core of employees. And then they have like a list of like 15 advisors to help them to, if they can't do shit, they call any of these 15 people to come in and get shit done. Very, very good. And the top people coming from the top banks in the world to help them. It's not like these no-name people. They got people from the top banks, like IBMs and shit. Like, it's pretty amazing. The Kima network has over 40 partnerships spanning financial institutions, corporation, investor, government, central bank, tech firms. Oh, nice. CBI Bank, MasterCard, Free Bank, Deutsche Bank, Australia, New Zealand Bank, European Central Bank is helping them. They're partnered with the European Central Bank. There you go with that. The Bank of England, Keith Baer again. He's fully got IBM, Hewlett Packard, KuCoin, Chain GPT investors. You got blockchain investors here. Venture 3 Capital, Block Square, Real World Asset, Fuse Network, Core Protocol, Amnica Brands. Oh, God, there you go. Solana. You got these companies, like this company, Amnica Brands and Solana, are helping. Zonic X. And then, of course, you got some university backers as well. Tokenomics. They've got a lot of people helping them. Pretty shocked. Let me go through here. I'm just kind of scrolling through this deep dive. Okay, that'll be it with KEMA and the European Central Bank cross-border. Let me check comments. We're done. It's exactly 1 hour. I think the Hulk is right. All this stuff is done and just waiting to be launched after everyone's on board. It looks to me, hold on. I have been asking that question for 5 years. Nobody has ever responded. Everything is done. Short access. So I really, what I think is, I think for the most part, they're done. I think they're done with testing things up. What they're trying to, I think, do now is get the countries to adopt and start utilizing this. That's what I'm kind of seeing. It's not like they have to figure out. I think they've got everything figured out. Now it's getting these different countries to utilize this crypto. They've got to say, hey, Colombia, hook up with this. It's like, that's kind of like what I think. I think they're done for the most part investigating this stuff, crypto technologies. I think they already figured out what works. That's what all those Project Dunbar, Project Rosalind, all that shit, they're done testing all this shit. I think now it's just a matter of who's going to hook up first. Maybe some countries just don't want to. Maybe they got to figure out how to dump the economy first and then bring on this crypto as a solution. But I'm showing you all the cryptos that are being used to facilitate this. At least Europe and Asia, those areas, we went over like, 6 cryptos? That's what they're using there. They mentioned Ethereum as well outside of that Grok deep dive, at least for the India. So KEMA is definitely a buy and hold. Yeah, since it's only got like right now 200 million in circulation or something like that, or 150 in circulation, 150 million. The max on that's 250 million. Now, how many is with the XRP? 100 billion. So this KEMA is only like 10 times the amount that Bitcoin has. It's only 10 times more. So at 200 million tokens, that's not a lot. So that's another reason why I'm holding that particular crypto. So it's just a matter of when these people are going to adopt all this and start using it. Sounds like January, February, March, India is going to start taking off with using this platform, maybe just inside India alone. But you know what? They can set this off whenever they want. They can tell us, oh, it's going to be on this day. I don't even believe any of these dates. It's like whenever, hey, we know they got the tech. It's done. All this tech shit is done. They're just trying to get these countries to coordinate and use it. So the ruling 1% knows this. Microeconomics is the number of tools they use to control the common investor. Hold. All right, I will see you on my next broadcast. If I find crypto news for the PM show, it'll be at our standard time at 5 p.m. Pacific.